Welcome to Present Poetry, a podcast where we sit back, relax, and enjoy some poets of the past and present. I'm your host, Erin Crittenden, and before we get started on this week's episode, I want to remind you that all of the material used in this podcast is either public domain or used with permission from the author or the author's estate. It's a fun time for all ages, so sit back, relax, and get ready to hear this week's featured poet. This week's featured poet is San Lin Tun. San Lin Tun is a poet, writer, lyricist, literary translator, literary guide, writing coach, and editor. He was a former short story instructor and literary translator of Hidden Worlds short story project, and a former coordinator and translator of My Yangon, My Home, Art and Heritage Festival. Also a former translator of the Goethe Institute Yangon webpage. His writings appeared in local and international publications such as Asia Literary Review, Borderless, Countercurrent, Global Poemic, Kitaab, Litehouse, Litterature, Mad in Asia Pacific, Mekong Review, Myanmar Times, My Yangon Magazine, Myanmore, New Asian Writing Anthology, Pics, Ponder Savant, Pure Haiku, Southeast of Now, Strukturriss, Trouvaille, and several others. He was an editorial member of Beyond Words Issue 5, a guest fiction editor of Ambrosial Literary Garland online magazine, a guest editor of Open Leaf Press Review, and a reader at Prism International. His academic qualifications are a certificate in AmPox.3, a certificate in Start Writing Fiction, a bachelor's in metallurgy, and a master's. He is the first prize winner of poetry of Wales National Day in 2015, and his other keen interests are photography, playing guitar, and drawing cartoons. His debut novel, An English Writer, is at Good Novel, and he is now working on his second novel titled A Classroom from Mr. KT. San Lin Tun also lives in Yangon with his wife and 2 sons, and you can connect with him through his blog, which I will link in the bio. We are reading a few of his poems that he submitted to us through the forum at presentpoetry.com. This poem is called Beauty and Beast. Breeze, smooth, gentle, adorable, cheerful, mild, polite, supple, neither destructive nor expulsive, being adorned with all kinds of beauties, always essential, always longing for. You are a zephyr. Tempest, callous, disastrous, bad, ruthless, arrogant, upstart, whimsical. No one wants you, no one welcomes you. Arrive without summon, at your own disposal. Rummaging, raiding, leaving lots of sufferings. You are a terrible visitant. You never listen to us. Don't you ever come, saying that umpteenth time. But you pay no heed. You come here upon your oddity. You are uncivil. You have no decorum. You are savage. Stop! Enough! Don't you ever display your heartless manners or actions to us. My dear confidant, Zephyr, told me, once you, Tempest, had been gentle, considerate, smooth, polite, compliant with social norms. But you have changed, totally changed, bitterly transformed. You become boisterous, clamorous, and wilder, devoid of your civic manner, until global warming cast a spell on you. This poem is called Omelette Will Be Ready For You. Don't be finicky about food. Fried chicken this time. spicy mutton and satay next time. Even you think about barbecue occasionally. You created an a la carte menu from your fathomless imagination. I am fed up with your insatiable palate. In this difficult time, I have prepared good enough food from scanty provisions, which I bought from open markets. Whenever I went there, I wore a mask, hid my beauty while I felt heat behind the mask. You just stayed at home cozily, being grouchy for food I cooked. What a man you are, behaving like a food authoritarian. You said it was a mandatory task for a wife. I don't care. This time, I will just fry omelet for you. This poem is called Silent, Sensuous Ecstasy. You and I and you, met in a back alley in the darkest night under street lamps. We are totally strangers. A drunken man in the deserted street, lying, cursed quite loud under his alcoholic breath when a rat ran over his unkempt and filthy body. Far distance, a trumpet sounded, resounded a droopy jazz tune, caressing the sensuous body of a total silent night, enjoying musical ecstasy. This poem is called Rock Jam at Yangon. High above on 20th floor, a rock jam blares out. Anyone can join in, bringing guitars from home. Don was anxious to get along with the band that started to play. He strummed his acoustic guitar, but not his bagpipe, following their rock tunes. 12-bar blues seemed the best, making the crowd sway and shake heads, while Don was playing with mirth. That night was a memorable night, 'cause though I went back home, jazz tune accompanied me, up to the 11th floor that opened suddenly. I felt amazed I didn't press the bottom, though someone did it. When I walked out from the lift and saw no one in the floor, perplexed, goosebumps readily appeared, still humming the jazz tunes. I waited patiently for at least 10 minutes until the lift came to a halt again. Then I stepped into it. The lift went down floor. I felt relieved and believed Don was still enjoying his rock jam with brilliant players back on the stage of Yangon. This poem is called Soliloquy. Loneliness seized him into the frame of isolation. He could not think properly, reoccurrences of their images, again and again in his mental stream. He sat down on the couch, grumbling, not wanting to watch his favorite TV series. He knew that his senses were numb, just staring at a blank wall. A house lizard was clucking disapprovingly on it. A flux of words was surging up in his chest, uncontrollably, stacks of them, being ready to plunge into his abyss of thoughts illogically as inner monologues out of concerns. Alone in his estranged apartment, surrounding with pipes of many good books, his focus was only on his thought of nothingness, starting to peruse his voidness. Senseless, meaningless, constant lethargy, he realized loneliness was such a bitterness. He needed companions, or friends, or family, to be a blissful life. He wanted to get out of this lifeless frame, to walk happily into a real free life as others. Eagerly, he stored away his useless pride, being ready to welcome them back into his life with open, tender arms. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Present Poetry Podcast. If you enjoyed the show, feel free to like us, leave a review, or share us on social media. If you are a poet or you know someone who is, we would love to hear from you. You can reach out to us or submit your work through our website, which is www.present-poetry.com. Again, that is www.present-poetry.com. We can't wait to hear from you.